Today we will be continuing with yesterday's lab. So yesterday you scatter plotted a set of data from a table. This is on page 581 in your textbook. Today we're going to take that same data and we're going to plot it on a Google Sheets. So make sure you have your book opened up to page 581. The first step is to copy the table that is in the textbook. So you'll start with the title, Williamsport. Then your next heading is the year. You'll type all of your years in down the side. Whoop. Once you have the years typed in, you'll go back and key in your 5-year annual temperatures. You may want to go ahead and pause the video so that you can key all of those in. I already have mine keyed in, so I'm going to place them into this table for you. You'll want to take the first set of years, which is 1914 to 1944, and we'll want to highlight those. So if you will drag and highlight all those years, go over to your fill color, and then you can pick a color to designate those as one range. Your next range is 1949 to 1974. Back up to the fill color. And then we have the second range. So when you made your data table yesterday, they had you divide into early years and then current years, and then in the middle was the past years. So you have 3 sets of data. We're going to make a separate graph for each of the sets of data. So if you'll highlight your first set of data, 1914 to 1944, go up to the top and click Insert. We're going to insert a chart. Once the chart pops up, you'll notice it's a line chart, and we're wanting a scatter chart. So you'll click on the arrow over here to the right on Chart Type, and we're going to scroll down and choose Scatter. This should correct it to where it looks like blue dots on your page. You can also move your chart by clicking and dragging it. If you'll notice, your range on the y-axis is range 0 to 12. Ours should be ranged 9 to 11. So if you double click on that range on the y-axis, our minimum is 9, our maximum is 11. Also, not all of our dates are on there, so if you'll double click on your dates, and we're going to choose Treat Labels as Text. Now all of your dates should appear. You'll want to go through and do this for all 3 sets of data, so I'm going to move this one out of the way. Choose our middle set, 1949 to 1974. Go back up to the top and click Insert, and then Chart. Okay, this time it actually put it into a scatter plot, but again, we need to correct our y-axis that's running 0 to 12, so I'm going to double click on it. Set the minimum is 9, the maximum is 11, and then back on my x-axis, I'm going to double click on the dates, and then choose again, Treat Labels as Text. Move that chart down, and then choose your last set of data, 1979 to 2004, Insert, Chart. Okay, so again, we need to correct our x-axis. So it's not running 0 to 12. So I'm going to double click on the x-axis. Set the minimum as 9. The maximum is 11. And then on the x-axis, choose the dates. And I'm going to click on Treat Labels as Text. So now I have all 3 graphs. I need to make them a little bit smaller so we can see them all at the same time. So if you will grab a corner and pull it down. So that was the last set. Choose my next set, move it back up. And then we're going to shrink it down as well so we can see it. And then our third set of data. Stack them all up so we can see them all. Okay, we have one step left to do. Click back on your first set of data, your first graph, 5-year average from 1914 to 1944. We need to set our trend line. So click on Customize on the upper right. Then I'm going to choose Series. Okay, and I'm going to scroll down and we need to choose Data Labels right here. All right, this actually tells me that this is 10.3, 9.9, 10.3. And then we also need to set our trend line. Scroll down a little bit further. So now our trend line is present, and we'll go across and do this for all 3 sets. So Customize, Data Labels, Trend Line, then your last set, Customize, Data Labels, and your trend line. So these will show you your median at a glance, which your median point is on your sets of data. Also, make sure that you title your spreadsheet. This says Lab, Messy Data, and your first and last name. Tomorrow we will add to this chart.